Lofton squares to Morrison comes set. The 0-2. That one's just a bit high. 4-1. Northwest Shoals dugout thought that might have been strike 3. Count now 1-2. Right-hander comes set. Delivers to the plate. That one cracked out into left field, and it will get down in front of the left fielder. Getting the wave around third is Cosby, and he will score without a throw to the plate. Now 7-3 Chattahoochee Valley on the RBI single from Brody Pierce. Nunez did not advance to throw as it came into the third base bag, so he's still out there at second. Pierce now at first for Fisher Baltzell. Third run charge to Jarrett Morrison. That one taken for a strike by Baltzell. Reached base both trips to the plate here tonight. Single and a walk. Has also scored twice. The 0-1. That one popped fouling out of play for strike 2. So Morrison, 0-2 ahead in the count here, 0-2, 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch popped up on the infield. Third baseman Gardner calls for it, shuffles his feet, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So Baltzell retired via the flyout. Still 2 outs in the inning now. Runners at first and second for the catcher, Michael Fallon. First pitch of the at-bat upcoming for Fallon. Takes fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Fallon fly out and a sacrifice bunt in his 2 trips to the plate here this afternoon. Drawing to start at catcher for the Pirates here in game 2. The 0-1. Swing and a miss there. Down in the count now 0-2. Morrison way ahead. Oh, 2 to Fallon. Low and inside. That one called ball 1. One, 2. That one fouled away into the net behind home plate. Count will remain the same. Still 2 outs. 7-3 lead here for Chattahoochee Valley in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-2. That one hit out to left center field. Left fielder and center fielder giving chase, and it will be down and roll to the wall. One hop off the wall. Nunez will score. Rounding third. Throw headed to the plate will be late, and it is a 2 RBI double for Michael Fallon. Now 9-3 Chattahoochee Valley. And that will bring up the top of the order in Grayson Hall. First pitch of the at-bat from Morrison is a fastball high, 4-1. The 1-0 from Morrison. That one fouled away into the net. Count now even at 1-1. Hall has reached base in all 3 trips to the plate here so far in Game 2. Single, walk, and a 2 RBI double. Pickoff attempt out there at second, but Fallon dives back in safely. One. Fastball outside yet again. Now 2-1. There is action in the Northwest Shoals bullpen once again. They have a right-hander warming up down the first base line. 2-1 here to Hall. That one popped up in foul territory down the right field line. Kind of in no man's land. First baseman is over. And that ball will drop. And Hall will get a second chance. Fallon will retreat back to second base. Count now 2-2 with 2 outs. Be time called. Looks like the Northwest Shoals catcher has everything situated now. 2-2 here to Grayson Hall. Morrison delivers to the plate. That one in the dirt. Nice block there by the catcher, Aiden Bruner. Count is now full. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. The 3rd consecutive inning. The Pirates have put multiple runs on the board. Chattahoochee Valley has also scored in all 4 innings of this game. Payoff pitch. That one is low and outside, and it will be a 2-out walk to Grayson Hall. And that will bring up Amari Allen. And it appears we'll have a meeting at the mound for Northwest Shoals. And that will be a call to the bullpen. So while they do that, we're going to take a break. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is for the Patriots when we come back here in a minute on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to Chattahoochee Valley. 9-3 lead for the Pirates in the bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher for the Northwest Shoals Patriots will be number 24, right-hander Ty Reynolds. He will inherit runners at first and second. 2 outs in the inning for Amari Allen. First pitch to Allen. Fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Allen, 2 walks and a strikeout in his 3 trips to the plate here this afternoon. Has also scored a run here in Game 2. Pirates looking to add on to what is now a 6-run lead. We'll check on the runner at second. They got him picked off. And the runner will be tagged out, and that will end the inning. But Chattahoochee Valley adding 3 more runs in the bottom of the 4th. Pirates up 9-3. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of Chevys, from Silverado trucks, Tahoe, Suburban, and Traverse SUVs. Every model side by side for comparison. Plus, we always have a fresh selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll with huge discounts. Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
Welcome back here to Chattahoochee Valley. Max Wilhide back out there for the top of the 5th inning. His first pitch is popped up. Third baseman Meeks is calling for it. And he will make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out on the pop out from Aiden Bruner. That will bring up the 9-hole hitter Brant Cummings. 9-3 lead for the Pirates here in the top of the 5th. Wilhide through his first 4 innings of actions, giving up 3 earned runs, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. All 3 of those runs and both of those hits have been home runs. First pitch strike delivered to Cummings. Patriots shortstop struck out in his lone plate appearance so far this afternoon. Finds himself down 0-1 here. Fastball high, 1-1 now. It's been an impressive outing so far for Wilhide. Freshman right-handed pitcher out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Swing and a miss there. Down 1-2 now is Cummings. Top of the order in Lakelon Ray on deck for Northwest Shoals. The 1-2. Fastball gets away from the catcher, Fallon. Count now even at 2-2. Two-two here. The pitch gets away from Wilhide yet again. Count now full. And Hyde will get a rosin bag from one of his players in the dugout, one of his teammates. 3-2 count here to Cummings. 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. A 9-3 lead for Chattahoochee Valley in Game 2. Pirates trying to tie the season series with Northwest Shoals with a win here in this game. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Big time heat there from Will Hyde. 6th strikeout of the game. And the 2nd time that Cummings has been retired via the punch-out. So the lineup card will flip over. It'll be Lakelon Ray, center fielder. Now due up. Breaking ball, called ball 1. Squirts out of the glove of the catcher Fallon. 4-1. Ray, a ground out and a fly out in his 2 trips to the plate this afternoon. This one popped up into left field. And the catch will be made by the shortstop Baltzell, and a quick 1-2-3 top of the 5th for Will Hyde. Pirates still lead 9-3. We'll be back in a minute on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of GMC Sierra trucks. 1500s, 2500s, every model side by side for comparison. Plus, we always have a fresh selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll with huge discounts. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back here to Chattahoochee Valley Community College. 9-3 lead for the host team Pirates against the visiting Northwest Shoals Patriots. First pitch is delivered for a strike to Amari Allen to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Ty Reynolds back out there on the mound for the Patriots. Line officially closed on Jarrett Morrison. We will have that for you following this next pitch. 0-1 delivered. Fastball high and outside for ball 1. Morrison in relief goes 2 innings. 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks for number 12 for the Patriots. The 1-1. That one chopped out to second base. And yet again, 5th inning in a row, a leadoff single. Pirates bats have been electric here in this game so far. 11th total team hit. And that will bring up Canyon Meeks. Meeks an RBI single and 2 flyouts in his 3 trips to the plate so far this afternoon. First pitch delivered for strike 1 to the Pirate third baseman. Allen takes his lead out there at first base. The 0-1. Ball chopped foul down the third base line. Meeks down 0-2 here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Check on the runner Allen at first, and it gets away from the first baseman. Allen will run round second and head to third. Throw will go into the third base bag, and it will not make it there as it's cut off. So Allen goes first to third on a throwing error by the pitcher, Ty Reynolds. And the potential 10th run of the game for the Pirates now 90 feet away. Oh and 2 here to Meeks. Corner infielders are in. Middle infielders playing at their normal depth. Oh 2 to Meeks. Pop fouling out of play. We will do it again. Connor Cosby would be on deck for the Pirates. The 0-2 here. That one low and outside for ball 1. Count now 1-2. One, 2 from Reynolds. That one chopped out to short. Shortstop will head to first for the out. Run will score. It's now 10-3 Chattahoochee Valley. So that will bring up Cosby. Now a 10-3 lead for the Pirates. First pitch fastball taken down the middle for strike 1. Cosby hit by a pitch, walk, and a single in his 3 trips to the plate this afternoon. Has also scored a run. A 1 just a bit high. Count now even at 1-1. One from Reynolds. That one's low. Count now 2-1. Nunez on deck for the Pirates. 10-3 lead for Chattahoochee Valley here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Two 2-1 delivery. That one chopped foul over toward the Patriot dugout for strike 2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. Reynolds comes set. 2-2 delivery. That one chopped out to second base. Gloving it is the second baseman and tossing the first for the second out of the inning is Parker Frost. So Cosby retired via the ground out, and that will bring up Jaden Nunez with 2 outs. Nunez 2 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first plate appearance, but has bounced back nicely. 2 RBI single and then a single in his most recent trip to the plate. Has also scored a run. (10-3) advantage for the Chattahoochee Valley Pirates. First pitch popped out to right center field. And coming in and making the catch is the center fielder, Lakelon Ray, and that will do it for the bottom of the 5th. But CVCC adds one more in the bottom of the 5th, taking a 10-3 lead. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of Chevys, from Silverado trucks, Tahoe, Suburban, and Traverse SUVs. Every model side by side for comparison. Plus, we always have a fresh selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll with huge discounts. Smart people from all over the...
And we are back at CVCC, top of the 6th inning. 10-3 lead for the Chattahoochee Valley Pirates. As the first pitch of the inning is the strike delivered by Maxwell Hyde to Parker Frost. Heart of the order due up for the Patriots here in the 6th. That one's delivered a strike as well. Quickly 0-2. Frost 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a fly out here in game 2. Will Hyde looking for his 7th strikeout of the game potentially. The 0-2. That one's low and outside. 1-2 now. Be Lawson Williams on deck for Northwest Shoals. One-two delivery. That one popped foul into the net behind home plate. And Frost stays alive. So the Pirate right-hander goes into his motion once again. 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and cold ball 2. Count now even at 2-2. Two from Will Hyde. That one's high as well. 3-2 now. Northwest Shoals trying to get a leadoff base runner here to start the top of the 6th inning. Payoff from Will Hyde. That one chopped over to third base. Meeks gets a glove on it, but knocks it into foul territory. And there will be no further advance down there at first base from Frost. And I believe they will rule that a hit. So that will bring up Lawson Williams. Williams also 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeout and a ground out in his 2 trips to the plate. And for the first time in a good bit, Will Hyde will go to the stretch, it feels like. First pitch to Williams popped up. And that will be foul out of play down the right field line, or excuse me, left field line. 4 strike 1. Mentioned back at the start of the play today. Start of game 2, Chattahoochee Valley and Northwest Shoals now sitting with identical records on the year. It's the 0-1 here from Will Hyde. Stopped by the catcher Fallon, but Frost will advance down there to second base on the wild pitch. Now sitting at identical records on the year, 21-20 overall are both teams. It's also the final of the 4-game set this week between these two. Both teams split up in Muscle Shoals back on Thursday. Northwest Shoals with a 5-4 win in Game 1. And then Chattahoochee Valley bouncing back in a big way during Game 2, a 20-13 win for the Pirates. And what was an offensive slugfest. Chattahoochee Valley already has double-digit runs here in Game 2 as well. Looking to potentially add some more. 1-2 from Will Hyde. That one popped foul down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. And he will not have a play. So Williams will get another chance here. Dangerous Trent Wright on deck for Northwest Shoals. Will Hyde comes set, the 1-2. Fastball up and in. Count now even at 2-2. That one hit out to left center field. Coming in as a center fielder, Allen, he makes a catch. Throw goes into third base where Frost tags, and he will be in safely. They will check on the runner, see if he left early, and he did not. So one out here in the inning. Fourth run of the game now 90 feet away for Northwest Shoals in the form of Parker Frost, and that will bring up Trent Wright. Wright, so far in Game 2, a home run and a walk, has also scored twice and stolen a bag. First pitch, and this one hits right in the helmet. That will be a one-out hit by a pitch. So Wright will walk down to first base. Put runners at the corners now for the Patriots. Still only one out here in the inning. Be R.J. Brooks up now for Northwest Shoals. Brooks homered in his last trip to the plate. Had that two-run homer out there to right field. Landing in the parking lot. Back in the top of the fourth. First pitch hit out to short. Baltzell will go to the bag for one. Throw to first for two. And they get out of the jam. Huge double play there for Will Hyde and the Pirates. Scored now 10-3 still as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. We'll take a break on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big things are happening at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get massive savings on our entire lineup of GMC Sierra trucks. 1500s, 2500s, every model side by side for comparison. Plus, we always have a fresh selection of late model pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready to roll with huge discounts. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers.
for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Welcome back here to CVCC. 10-3 lead for the Pirates in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch popped up and out of play by the first baseman, Cooper Lofton. Lofton entered this game earlier in place of third baseman Johnny Blue. Tried to get a bunt down in his last plate appearance, but the bunt went foul with 2 strikes, resulting in an out. Second pitch also popped foul. Quickly 0-2 now to Lofton. Brody Pierce will be on deck for the Pirates. The 0-2. That one popped foul again. So Lofton putting up a fight. Ty Reynolds back out there on the mound for Northwest Shoals. Over 1 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run. This one hit out to right field, going back at the wall, and that ball is gone. Solo home run from Cooper Lofton makes it 11-1 Pirates. Lofton home run number 3 on the year. Now an 11-3 edge for the Pirates. That will bring up Brody Pierce. Pierce, similar to Lofton, is also into this game in place this time of B.C. Harrison. Pierce sitting at 2 for 2 on the day in his 2 trips to the plate. He's also scored twice and stolen a bag, as well as driven in a run. One count here to Pierce. Reynolds delivers to the plate. Fastball just outside. Count now 2-1. Pierce batting out of the 7 hole now for the Pirates. This one's also low and inside. Count now 3-1. Three-one here to Pierce. Baltzell on deck for the Pirates. That one's just a bit high, and it is ball 4. So the 3rd time Pierce has reached base here today. And that will bring up the shortstop, Fisher Baltzell. Still nobody out in the inning. 11-3 lead for the Pirates. Reynolds, first pitch to Baltzell, high for ball 1. Count now 1-0. One 1-0 from Reynolds. That one chopped out to third base, and it will get through and roll into left field. Getting the stop sign out there at second is Pierce. And 2 on with nobody out for Michael Fallon. Fallon, a 2 RBI double in his most recent trip to the plate. Chance to do damage here. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 11-3 lead for the Pirates. Squares to bunt. He does get the bunt down. Reynolds fields. He will throw over to first for the out. Advanced both runners to second and third on the sac bunt for Fallon. Second of the day for the Pirate catcher. And that will flip the lineup card over and bring up the leadoff man, Grayson Hall. Hall has reached base in all 4 trips to the plate here this afternoon. Single, walk, 2 RBI double, and a walk. Infield will now come in for Northwest Shoals. The entire infield. First pitch of the at-bat to Hall. Breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. Reynolds comes set. The 1-0 to Hall. Breaking ball takes this one right across the middle of the plate. 1-1 count now. Base hit here might score 2 for the Pirates. 1-1 from Reynolds. Breaking ball takes that one as well. Count now 1-2. Infield still playing in for the Patriots. 11-3 lead for Chattahoochee Valley. The 1-2. That ball hit, and it's through into center field. 1 run will score. Rounding third. Throw headed to the plate, and the run will score as well. And that will do it. And Chattahoochee Valley will win by a run rule. Your final score, 13-3. With the win, Chattahoochee Valley advances to 22-20 overall in the year, and they will split the season series with Northwest Shoals at 2 games apiece. Road team winning in both Phoenix City and Muscle Shoals. Chattahoochee Valley continuing to play some excellent baseball here in the month of April. Now, folks, to present our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, it will go to Chattahoochee Valley second baseman Grayson Hall. At a leadoff spot here in Game 2, reached base in all 5 trips to the plate. 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and another single. Also walked twice. Drove in 4 runs here this afternoon, as well as scored 2 runs himself. So congratulations to Chattahoochee Valley's Grayson Hall, your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us here this afternoon. For Matt Melton, producer Chris Gates, we'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.